Mind Fitness Doctor, medicine for your body, mind and soul, mindfulness-based yoga, coaching and therapy.
So you may want to find a pillow, a blanket, maybe some books. You don't really need it for today's class, but sometimes we start the class lying down, or you can take a seated meditation. So as Leah knows, it's quite nice to have a book or a block underneath a pillow, and then to come down onto the pillow and to just start in this way. So for those of you that have not done Yin Yoga before, it's really gentle. We hold the postures for a period of time, and it's just to listen to your own body. I offer lots of variations and options, and as I can't see you, you're welcome to just lie down if it's really early in the morning and just relax and use this time for you. Or if you have some injuries at the moment, I know there's some people in the group that are going through some medical procedures, then sometimes just visualizing forms the same neural networks in your brain. So today's theme is letting go. So whichever position that you're in, if you're lying down or if you're in a seated meditation, just letting go. So letting go of all the hustle and bustle that brought you here today, waking up early or making time in this busy pre-Christmas rush to spend 30 minutes on yourself. And then letting go of all your to-do list. Letting the dust settle. And then coming to your breath. Wherever your breath may be, it may be at your nose, it may be in your chest or in your abdomen. Just feeling the nourishing of the in-breath. And perhaps the letting go of the out-breath. Yin Yoga is kind of about the out-breath, the letting go. So as we breathe in, we increase our heart rate. And that's the hustle and bustle of life that keep us with our heart rates elevated. And as we breathe out, we activate that calming nervous system, decreasing our heart rate. making our breath slower. So perhaps concentrating on that yin breath, that restorative breath, giving you a break from your hustle and bustle, your daily demands, being your sanctuary. And knowing that your mind will hook you in with stories and thoughts, maybe gently, as you would a small child, take your attention by the hand and gently and kindly direct it back to the breath. And then bringing your attention to your heart space, setting a sankalpa for our practice today. We're bringing your attention to your sailboat of life, bringing to mind the core value that you're working on this week. Maybe self-care, connection, family, meaningful work. And then the goals, how we're going to get our sailboat towards that lighthouse. Reflection on your goals for this week, or your intention for the practice, for taking these 30 precious moments out of your day. And then connecting in with your inner resources. So the mind fitness skills that you already possess. Maybe one of self-compassion, gratitude, grit, courage. Knowing that we can use those to navigate our boat of life. And then in your own time, and when you're ready, is bringing some movement to your fingers and your toes, and waking your body up in whatever way it needs to be woken up today. If you're on your back, we're making our way to either a seated position. We're going to the target area as our supple spine today. And so Yin Yoga is not about what you look like in a posture, it's what you feel like. So it's about a target area. And so our target area today is our spine, but we can use different postures to get into the same target area. So the first posture that I will show you is what's called caterpillar. So it's just having your legs straight in front of you. And then if you've got a sore back, keeping your back straight, otherwise rounding your vertebrae down over your legs, having your palms facing upwards. You can, if you have got your blocks or your books, you can come to resting your head on them. If you've got a bolster, you can use that as well. If that posture is sometimes really hard on people's hamstrings behind their legs, you can come to your butterfly, which is your feet together, the soles of your feet, and then coming down. It's quite a nice, gentle, restorative position. Or if none of those are accessible for you, you can come down, standing up, and come down with your head, grabbing your elbows and come down. So you're going to feel that all the way from, in most of those postures, all the way from your feet, through your hamstrings, through your spine. So that posterior fascial chain. And in these postures, today we're holding them for 3 minutes. So you've done approximately 2 minutes already. And just show it. So this just illustrates that it's not about looking a particular way in a posture. Everybody always in my class is asking, does this look right? And I guess the question that we ask in Yin Yoga is, does this feel right? Am I feeling it in the target area? Or do I have to use blocks or bolsters or pillows, if you've got them at home, to get me into the right position? So that's the first part. So Yin Yoga is about kind of that balance of life, bringing back balance from our hustle and bustle of life, activating our calming nervous system, and then focusing on a target area. So it's called a functional yoga. So it's kind of why I call the first class that I do function over form. And I begin to the hour-long yoga series. So in your own time and when you're ready, just finding some movement in your fingers and your toes, and then gently bringing your spine up one vertebrae on the other, and then coming in Yin Yoga, we have a rest in between. So we have a little bit of a rebound. So coming to your back for a rebound position. Or you can come to your tummy, or if you have a wall, you can actually put your legs up the wall. It's a really nice restorative position, even if you just have like 5 minutes in your day, because your feet are above your heart. It helps kind of relax, activate that calming nervous system again. So the rebound is where all the magic happens. So we're feeling the effects of stretching that spine, or actually stretching that whole posterior fascial chain. We're feeling it physically, we're feeling it energetically. And then also connecting to our breath, connecting to the theme of today's practice. And taking a few deep breaths to just let go that posture. And then in your own time, and when you're ready, just making our way now to our tummy. We did what's called a spinal extension before, so now we're putting our spine in the different direction. So just coming straight onto your tummy, and then grabbing your elbows, and then making your hands parallel to each other, and then walking your elbows back. So you're going to feel this in your lower back, and be very careful. You can just be in the posture like this, or you can walk your elbows back, or you can find, actually in this posture, I find it really lovely to have a pillow under my chest. You're still getting that feeling of that stretch along your spine. If it's too much, you can take your hands forward. If it's not enough, you can bend your knees, or you can go up into seal. And so whichever variation you want today, yoga is your own journey always. So feeling into that target area. So you may feel it in the bottom spine. You may feel it further up. Depending on where you're wanting that stretch today, you may feel it between your shoulder blades. And coming to that first principle of Yin Yoga, which is finding your edge. So just coming to that first point of sensation. So not pushing or striving too much into pain. Finding that Goldilocks sweet spot. And when I first started Yin Yoga, I would push. And then I realized my Goldilocks sweet spot was actually like an intensity of about 4 out of 10. Knowing that as we hold these postures, sometimes if the intensity actually increases or our body opens up and it decreases. So leaning into the edge with a little bit of kindness and playing with where your sweet spot is today. And then in your own time and when you're ready, just gently releasing that position. It's quite a strong position, so hopefully you have found the variation that suits you. You might want to do flapping fish, which is bringing one leg up to the side. And just, you might want to find your hand as pillows. And just coming to your rebound. Just letting go. Feeling the nourishing in-breath. And the letting go of the out-breath. Maybe using your breath to find any positions of tension in your body that you can help soften today. And then in your own time and when you're ready, finding your way onto your back. Come to what's called a spinal twist. And I have different options and variations. Again, you might want to find a pillow by your left-hand side. You may want to keep your left leg straight and your right leg bent, and then bring your right leg over to the left. Or you may want to have both knees bent, bringing them over to the left. Or you may want to put your right knee over your left knee and bring it down to the left for a spinal twist. And then bringing your arms out to the side, maybe looking over your right hand shoulder. You might want to bring your left hand onto your right knee. So feeling into that target area, finding your edge. You may or you may not have that right hand shoulder down on the mat. And knowing that all of these principles of Yin Yoga we can actually apply off our mat. And so we have our zone of safety, which is when we wouldn't be stretching our bodies at all. Then we have our zone of discomfort. And then we have our zone of overwhelm. Thinking about our emotional edge and how it relates to our physical edge. And so just as we're stretching our body today, finding our Goldilocks sweet spot, finding our comfort and our discomfort, this is how we find our emotional edge in life, not striving and pushing into overwhelm and pain, and maybe realizing when we let go and treat ourselves with a little bit of kindness, we can find our comfort in our discomfort. And research has shown that this is what is made up of resilience and improves our physical, mental well-being, including our immunity. So in your own time and when you're ready, just bringing your knees back up to the midline and extending down for a rebound position. And hopefully those who've joined me at 7 o'clock now, sorry I started a little bit later, but hopefully you can go on for a little bit longer. Just perhaps accessing your breath again, knowing that if you extend your out breath, you're activating that calming nervous system. And so the invitation is to take in 3 deep breaths, perhaps putting our hands on our tummy and feeling our abdomen inflating like a balloon, and then feeling it coming down towards our spine on our exhale. Perhaps breathing in to a count of 2, and then out to a count of 4. knowing that our out-breath is bringing in that calming, nourishing parasympathetic nervous system. So in your own time and when you're ready, I'm coming to the opposite side this time. So whatever variation you chose, you may want to find a book or a pillow on your right hand side this time. You may want to have your left leg bent, going over towards the right. You may want to have both legs bent, going over to the right. Or you may want to bring your left knee over your right knee and bringing it down to the right. And then bringing your hands out to the side. Perhaps your left shoulder is meeting the ground, or if it isn't, that's fine. Or bringing your arm all the way up to the top of your mat. Whatever variation suits you today. You can also have a play with how far down that your lower legs go. And so part of the Yin Yoga, we finish with a poem. So this is called She Let Go. She let go without a thought or a word. She let go. She let go of the fear. She let go of the judgments. She let go of the confluence of opinions swarming around her head. She let go of the committee of indecision within her. She let go of all the right reasons, wholly and completely, without hesitation or worry. She just let go. She didn't ask anyone for their advice. She didn't read a book on how to let go. She didn't research the scriptures. She just let go. She let go of all the memories that held her back. She let go of all the anxiety that kept her from moving forward. She let go of the planning and all of the calculations about how to do it just right. She didn't promise to let go. She didn't journal about it. She didn't write the projected dates in her day timer. She made no public announcement and put no ad in the paper. She didn't check the weather report or read her daily horoscope. She just let go. She didn't analyze whether she should let go. She didn't call her friends to discuss the matter. She didn't do a 5-step treatment. She didn't call the prayer line. She didn't utter one word. She just let go. There was no one around when it happened. There was no applause or congratulations. No one thanked her or praised her. No one noticed a thing. Like a leaf falling from a tree, she just let go. There was no effort. There was no struggle. It wasn't good and it wasn't bad. It was what it was, and it is just that. And in the space of letting go, she let it be. A small smile came on her face. A light breeze blew through her, and the sun and the moon shone forevermore. So in your own time and your own space, when you're ready, just releasing that twist to the right hand side this time. And we're coming down now to our final Shavasana, so our final relaxation. So you may want to find a pillow under your knees. You may want to find a blanket. This is still quite cold here in New Zealand. And snuggle yourself in for final relaxation. And giving yourself the space to relax just before you start your day, or if you're in the middle of your day. Perhaps bringing your attention to your body being held by the floor. And then bringing your attention to your Sankalpa. Perhaps touching into your core values for the week that you're working on. It may be self-care. And then perhaps setting an intention for your day today as we go ahead. Knowing that you have an inner resource, perhaps of kindness or grit, to help you in your journey of life. And then letting go of the Sankalpa, and bringing your attention to your feet. Just literally letting go of the tension as we move our body through, the tension through our body. Perhaps bringing a kind attention to each of the body parts. So relaxing and releasing our feet, our lower legs, our knees, our thighs. Bringing our attention to our lower spine, perhaps bringing some gratitude to it, bringing our attention up each of the vertebrae of our spine, relaxing and releasing our lower back, our middle back, all the knots under our shoulder blades, up over our shoulders, down our arms, all the way down to our hands. Just relaxing and releasing and letting go. Our abdomen, our upper chest, the front of our neck, and each of the vertebrae up the back of our neck, and up over the top of our neck, over the top of our, down around our forehead, releasing and relaxing each of the muscles in our face. And then bringing your attention to your hands, and bringing them together and rubbing them vigorously. And then placing them over your face if you feel comfortable, feeling that calming of that parasympathetic nervous system, the soothing. And then opening your hands, opening your eyes into your hands and bringing yourself back into the room. Maybe bringing yourself on, no hurries, no worries, onto one of your sides. Maybe thinking about one thing that you're grateful for today. And then bringing yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Bringing our hands to our heart space. Finishing with the Serenity Prayer. May I accept the things I cannot change. May I have courage to change the things I can. And may I gain the wisdom to know the difference. We accept the things we cannot change. May we have courage to change the things we can. And may we gain the wisdom to know the difference. May you find your peace and ease in finding your comfort within your discomfort today. Maybe finding some joy in playing your ease.